All right, now to give us more perspective in terms of what, of course, is expected to happen in the Senate hearing and as to what kind of a health secretary would RFK Jr. be once he is confirmed. We're joined in this broadcast by Ms. Erica Savage, who is a political commentator. She's joining us live on WION. Now, Ms. Erica Savage, this is a critical moment for the American public at large. Health is not a joke, and RFK Jr. in the past has made several comments on which he seems to be going back. For instance, he said no vaccine is ever safe. But in the hearing yesterday, he's come out and said unequivocally that he's not anti-vaccine, he's actually pro-safety. Now, do you think the American people would feel confident and comfortable enough having someone like RFK Jr., as their health secretary, knowing full well that he has often contradicted himself in the past and has also peddled what many have described as half-truths on the question of health?
Yes, good morning from your nation, from the nation's capital here in the United States. And thinking about the 300 plus million Americans that rely on Health and Human Services, which also guides or houses the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta, Georgia, and other agencies such as Medicare and Medicaid, thinking about the researchers, thinking about all of the care that and the guidance that is within the control of someone who has also not only peddled conspiracy theories, but by the admission of his own cousin, Caroline Kennedy, who is the former ambassador, United States ambassador to the nations of Australia and Japan, issued a scathing testimony by way of reading a letter that she wrote, which is in excess of 6 minutes. I would implore people to listen to that. She is the daughter of the 35th president, the late John F. Kennedy Jr., who was assassinated. In that letter, she talked about really his non-fitness to be able to manage federal dollars and to be in this position. So I would emphatically say no. And I will also be remiss not to mention the lawsuits that he's involved in, that he has not disengaged from, that would actually fill his coffers on behalf of those people if that lawsuit was won as well. So, no.
Indeed. Now, and also, in the build-up to this Senate hearing, 15,000 American medical professionals have come out and written against RFK Jr. One would expect in a country, 15,000 medical professionals is not a small number. If the health secretary does not have the confidence of the doctors in America, are we looking at some kind of a prolonged confrontation on the question of health and as to how to go about things? Because there'll be many things which will come up in the course of the next 4 years.
Well, I think we'll be looking at the American people really questioning why was this candidate put forth in the first place. You think about those 15,000 medical doctors who have to take care of patients, that have to write prescriptions, that have to often be the in-between for insurance companies as well. They are very aware of the fragility of the American healthcare system. And then having someone who's at the helm of guidance, someone who they would look to, someone who would set a federal standard, who he himself has had really, really strange encounters by way of just really acts that would cause many people to be in question around who this person really is. It really is an indictment on kind of what the direction of the United States is going, why such a candidate would be put forth for such a responsibility as the HHS secretary.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Ms. Erica Savage, for joining us with that perspective there.
Pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.